Who is Poison and why does this character's gender matter? Poison is a fighter in the Final Fight and Street Fighter game series. First appearance was in 1989 as a transgender female thug in the game Final Fight. Well, that is in the original Japanese version at least. In the English version, Poison and her palette swap Roxy were replaced by completely male characters Sid and Billy. This is said to be due to concerns about how American audiences would respond to male characters hitting female characters. So then, does this mean Poison was so easily interchangeable with a male character that she might as well be male, or does it mean that she was considered a female and that hitting her would be seen as wrong because she is a woman? This just creates confusion as to what gender Poison really is, and to avoid any controversy, the developers have intentionally been silent about it. So why does this character's gender matter? Well, honestly it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gender anyone is. But there's a lot of dispute over Poison's, and it's easy to see why. She looks unquestionably female, has very feminine movements, and she even has a woman's voice, but that could just be an intentional part of the design. In the original Japanese version of the game, in the handbook on page 25 there is a bio for each character. Poison's bio says that she grew up in an orphanage in Los Angeles and that she fights for her beauty. The literal translation I got from Google was, "I grow up in an orphanage in Los Angeles. I cannot stop fighting for beauty. French fries are my favourite." And it also mentions her bust, waist and hip measurements, but it doesn't mention this for any of the other characters. This is presumably because the writer of the handbook thought that it was relevant. The intention has always been to seem as convincing of a female as possible. And when you've got female voice actors and your drawings and 3D models are built from scratch, you can bypass any of the traits and look completely female. But this word in katakana here explicitly states that Poison is a niu hafu, which means new half and can be translated as she-male. If you don't believe me, then you can search new half or new hafu for yourself on Google, and just in case you can't type Japanese on your keyboard, I've put it in the description so that you can copy and paste it, click on images and see what it means. This suggests that Poison may have undergone surgery for gender reassignment, but that it's only half complete. What does this mean for the other half? If there is anything under those shorts, then it's hidden pretty well. If you can't tell Poison's gender just by looking, then how else can you check? DNA, the sex chromosomes, the ones responsible for sex determination. In humans and most other animals, the sex chromosomes are designated X and Y, where females have 2 X chromosomes and males have 1 X and 1 Y chromosome. Well, you can't do a DNA test on a fictional character, and besides, there are plenty of folks who will tell you that DNA has nothing to do with gender anyway, so to avoid that route entirely, we should just ask Poison directly what gender he or she or it identifies as, but we can't do that either. The only valid source at this point is the word of the original creators. If the creators say that Poison is a trans woman, then she is, even if all other art depictions and descriptions say otherwise.